Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Sando Boot First Podcast, Playoff Edition. We are past the super wild card round, going into the division round. We're going to break down the past game, look forward to the game against the Rams, talk about other NFL playoff games, and just all playoffs. So come on back and hang out with us on the Sando Boot First Podcast. Playoffs! We're here. Another night, another beautiful Thursday evening in the snowy northeast pole. Santa's, is it sweaty when it's snowing out? Santa's snowy sack?
No.
Chilly sack? That doesn't.
No.
Snowy sack. Santa's snowy sack studio.
Real G-rated, PG.
G-rated. We'll get there.
Kids show. Family show.
Our Birds won the first round of the playoffs. Rams are coming to town. Talk about it. I'll be your bartender for the evening. Jim Marcus to my left. The younger Marcus. Brody, man.
So
Don't show me text. I can't read text where we're going. Oh, don't look at me. I'm sorry. I'm all out of whack here, folks. A few weeks off and I get all right. To his left, the elder statesman, Donald Kennedy, Deke Martin.
Hello there, James.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
To his left, the Don, the finely coiffed hair.
Fresh
Fresh.
cut.
Is that it does look. How fresh? Weekend fresh or weeknight fresh?
Weeknight.
Wow.
I went
haircut.
Tuesday.
Wow.
Tuesday night.
Hair
yeah.
Wizards? Shout out to
Yeah.
Hair Wizards?
Yeah, shout out
Who's
Hair
your
Wizards. Free plug. Dave.
Dave, shout out to David. Hair
Yeah.
Wizards.
Dave's a good dude.
Dave does your hair too?
Yeah, and he's a good cut.
He needs extra for that.
Yeah, and he also needs to see you soon. He said.
Dave's wondering where you're at.
Yeah, he said you're wolfing probably now.
Look like Don Beebe. Yeah. Keeping us live and on the hair behind the camera. Nate Money Plot Moss. You. Smitty's not with us this evening. He's got daddy daycare.
He's watching though.
Is he on?
Yeah.
All right. I can't see comments right now.
Yeah, Soph's
But
probably
somebody
watching Kieran right now while he
Exactly.
Get ready to start yelling at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The beer for the evening. Pimp My Sleigh. Fatheads. Pimp My Sleigh.
Nice.
It looks
It's a Christmas ale.
bad.
Give it a shot. Give it a little sniff.
Smells like every single one we've had before, which is
give it a
not
shot.
good.
Yeah. It's all right.
Oh, God.
It's not horrible. It's all right.
People
not
actually
horrible.
go and drink that.
Yes.
They'll go and buy a 6-pack of that.
Yes.
They should be probably checked out because there's no way you could get me to drink any of those
Did you try
willingly.
Did you try any of the Mad Elf that you bought?
No,
No,
it was a gift. So
Yeah, no, I actually didn't. I don't really drink the craft stuff. I'm more of like, I'll just take a Miller Lite. That's fine. Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's what I've
it's
heard. My
high
cousin
octane.
drinks them.
Well, this is 10%. This is a
Yeah. Chris, I think, drinks those types of beer. Well,
Really?
he did. He used to. Now that he's back on now he's like a wino, though.
yeah.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
I'm bait with a nice glass of red.
I don't
Wrong
drink
with it?
wine.
No?
No.
You'll grow up.
Eventually,
I didn't start drinking. I didn't start drinking wine until I was in my 30s, I think.
Hmm.
Heather always liked wine, but I just
Nah.
champagne.
I'll drink champagne.
Yeah.
Champagne.
Only like for an occasion, like an event, though.
Yeah.
Or like,
New Year's wedding,
or
whatever.
like a
That's
championship.
the problem with
I get a
champagne.
bottle
is
of the
I
Super Bowl.
down it like water.
Yeah.
It's so good, the bubbly.
Uh-huh.
I down
I
it like
I
water.
got a bottle.
I'll go through a bottle in an hour.
I got to make sure I have a bottle for maybe
Yeah,
a few weeks from now.
we don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
I do have a question though.
Go ahead. Start.
How many people this week on the other side of the age of 45 will call the Rams St. Louis?
Well,
How many times
I
did your
knew
dad
him
go
as,
so
I was gonna
far?
say,
I
think
knew him
he's-
as L.A., so
Ah, okay.
I'm fine.
There's going to be at least 10 callers on WIP leading up to Sunday that refer to them as St. Louis.
Yeah.
When I was
Probably the same guys that call him Pooker Nakua.
Yeah.
when I was a kid, they were the L.A. Rams, except their colors were blue and white instead of gold and blue.
Nobody cares.
Greatest team on turf.
Greatest show on turf.
Greatest
wasn't
show
it?
Greatest show on turf.
Did you watch
Ain't
that
no,
Kurt
ain't no
Warner
turf
movie?
this year, boys.
No.
Nope.
Ain't no turf for
Did you watch that Kurt Warner movie?
I did not.
It was so dumb.
I've
I
seen
did
it.
not watch the
So
Kurt
bad.
Warner movie. I did not
So
watch the
dumb.
Brady movie. I did not watch the Aaron Rodgers
I didn't watch the Brady one.
documentary.
I didn't watch the Rodgers documentary.
I would have thought Rodgers would have been tops on your list.
Yeah.
Did you watch
absolutely.
Invincible though?
I did watch it.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
It was actually not
did
that,
watch it.
it was not that bad though. The ending was stupid, but the movie did a pretty good job, I think, telling the story.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I liked it. Disney does a good job.
It wasn't entirely factual.
None of them are.
What movie is?
Yeah.
Well,
Even the Titanic wasn't.
some are much more factual than others, but they took a lot of liberties with that one.
AKA Rudy.
That's true.
Whole team hated him. He was offsides. He never got carried off the field.
They actually
And they
made
didn't put
fun
their
of him.
jerseys on Coach
No,
Pussy
none of
They
that.
didn't
instead.
even know his name.
The chant didn't even happen. John Favreau was not sitting in the crowd going, Rudy. That was not real. And do you think his dad actually said this is the most beautiful? How do you think his wife felt about that?
Absolutely.
That's
his dad
terrible.
Said that.
How do you think his mom felt? After she watched that movie, she's like, did you really say that? She probably looked over at him, probably started a whole
You know,
fight.
when I saw that particular scene,
That you cried.
no,
Oh.
I actually pictured Pop maybe doing the same thing.
Mm.
Clapping.
No, if he had been at Notre Dame
The
Stadium,
janitor?
Yeah. If he had gotten to Notre Dame Stadium
That's the real
and
Rudy,
stood on the
the
field,
janitor, living vicariously through.
he might have said something along the lines of the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
Well, maybe we should visit next year when we go to Lambeau Field.
I would love to go.
Lambo.
My brother says you need to watch the color guard come
Does
into
Penn
the
State
stadium.
play them in it? Nah, Notre Dame don't play.
Notre Dame doesn't play real teams.
They play the YMCA.
Yeah.
Oh, Smitty's
So
already-
He's
so
falling
Penn State's
asleep.
not a real team. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying Notre Dame would. There's no chance they would schedule Penn State on their regular schedule.
They used to.
that could
They
be a
used
possible
to.
loss. They don't want to do that.
Well, we're on the subject
Of
Big
of
game, James.
Big
College
game
football.
James. Smitty's waiting for me to say it.
Yes, he
He's
is.
waiting. He's just sitting there waiting. He's got his fingers ready to type. I'm not going to rip him. I said I wasn't going to rip him. In the preview, I made a comment that Big Game James still can't get over the mountain. It's just a statement. It's a true statement. I don't blame him for the loss. Aller, I've said it to you guys. Aller picked the worst game to have his worst game. Look, it is what it is. Did he still not beat a top team? Sure.
I mean, like the game sucked. Like too. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole first
2.5
half.
quarters.
The whole first half.
2.5 quarters.
I was
sucked.
like falling asleep. I'm like, Jesus Christ! And then second half,
Yeah,
they
you
picked
woke
up
up-
a little bit.
you woke up
Woke
Joe
up
White.
Mr. White.
That game was not on Franklin. He says
Have we asked Joe his feelings on Franklin?
he's a Franklin guy.
He is a Franklin guy.
I thought he was.
So him and Smitty are the
I don't know.
1%ers.
You don't have to rip him. I will, your dad.
So yeah, is Notre Dame a good team? Is Ohio State going to just continue to roll? Like anybody you guys going to watch that game?
I'll
I
tune
will.
in.
What
There's
time does it start?
that probably like 9:45.
Yeah, so I'll watch the
No,
first
I
quarter.
think they usually start 8:00.
No,
Do they?
No,
Yeah.
it's always random.
The whole
time.
fanfare may start at
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
I
All right,
don't know.
kickoff
What's
will
the-
be before
the
8:30. I would
The
think.
spread's got to be a touchdown. Nate, do you know
Hey.
what the spread is? Not
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
That's
I don't
odd.
even think I would take Ohio State to cover. Notre Dame don't like
Whoa!
their
Joe
offense.
says I wouldn't cry if Franklin was gone.
Oh. I mean, Notre Dame's offense cannot keep up with Ohio State. If it turns into a shootout, that's going to be over quick for Notre Dame. It could be like the TCU debacle against Georgia. Did they play?
Georgia.
It was 73-7 or whatever it
They
was.
got crushed.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah, Smitty's gonna be watching the inauguration. Actually, Smitty, that'll be more exciting, probably.
You're probably
than the
right.
game.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
I'm
that
not
day,
gonna
too.
rip him. It was a good season, right?
Made the semis.
Made the
technically, Final
semifinals. He would have been in the playoffs regardless of the expanded playoffs.
Beat no good teams.
But I mean, you got to play the team that
Wait,
are on your
you beat-
schedule.
you beat
He-
SMU
He
and,
at least was in a conference.
SMU's not
SMU
good.
He was at least
and
in a conference.
who's the other team they beat? Boise State.
Boise State. Best running back in the league. Didn't
Over Scattaboo? Scattaboo? No, it is. It is Genty. But Scattaboo jerseys, Eagles jerseys, would sell out fast if
Is he
he
coming
comes.
out? He's not coming out, right? Is he?
I think he's he's
Is he?
declaring, right? Yeah, he's been in college
he,
for 4 years.
All-American.
We
Is he
need a
fifth
running
round
back.
pick?
Fifth round?
You want a second? You want another guy besides Saquon? Yeah.
I don't want to.
You don't believe in Shipley? You already
No.
getting rid of him, writing
Yeah.
him off?
Shipley's a poor man's guy.
It's,
Yes, yeah,
it's not that I
That's
don't
what we
believe
need
in
if we're going to be
Shipley,
paying
but
Saquon.
yeah.
he's not Saquon.
Is Gainwell a free agent? I feel like he's got to be up soon.
He's got to be, if
But
not
Nick,
this
Nick
year.
loves him.
Yeah, but he could go be a starter on a few teams if he wants to.
You think?
Yeah, you think?
I mean, he's productive.
Better than Amir Abdullah.
He's
Raiders or
productive.
whatever.
Maybe a starter.
Maybe
Yeah.
not. He's not probably not. He's
He'll
not.
get some burn.
He's
Could
not
be a
built,
committee guy.
He's not built for a starter, but definitely
some
committee. Yeah, I mean, he could go to like Tennessee or even Houston. Houston would be a cool.
There's
fit
not a
for
lot
him.
of teams that have a the cowbell running back now, as they call it. That's just going to carry the ball
Yeah. I mean, I feel like
25 times a
I
game.
feel like the Rams love taking the running back by committee. Maybe he goes.
but they already have.
Kyron.
But they drafted the kid from
Oh,
your boy,
yeah,
Corum.
Blake
Oh no, you're
Corum.
Sparty
Come on,
right now.
Sparty.
Yeah, so Corum's there.
Yeah, thanks. Shout out Penn State for covering last night. Not against Sparty.
You mushed him, dude. As
I did.
soon as you put that bet in, you mushed him.
Yeah, that's on me.
Take that one. Take that out.
It's all right.
It's something that us in our chats. Nobody in our chats likes to take the L. Nobody will stand up and say, "I'm wrong on that one." We all fight to the death and say,
Yeah.
nope. And we'll get into this too with the Nolan Smith, right? Nobody wants to take the L. Hurts. Nobody wants to take
I
the
don't
L.
think he heard you on that.
Jordan
one.
Love. Nobody wants to take the L.
A lot of deflection.
Sixers Stadium will never be in the center city. Nobody wants to take the L. But that'll be for later in the show. So let's get into the Birds game. Packers came in here. Some people were a little scared.
I
People
was
you
never
know,
worried.
Wanted to
It's
get big
never worried.
dogs.
I mean, I wasn't like worried, but I mean, I was concerned that it could go south. You know,
It's
with
like 90-10.
with
like
Hurt
90%.
with Hurts not playing in a few weeks, and the offense didn't look great at all. I mean,
Well, yeah, the offense looked bad.
it's still a concern.
It's a preseason game.
I
Offense.
mean, yeah, it looked like that. I mean, they just looked sluggish. Couldn't get out of quicksand.
Yeah, it was the offense. I think we all expected them to start slow. I didn't expect it to last the entire game. They made plays. They made enough plays to win the game.
They didn't.
Well, they got the touchdown.
The defense made it.
Well,
out of
yeah,
this.
but they got
They kept giving them the short
Yeah,
field.
exactly.
Yeah, Goddard got the
Do you-
touchdown.
I mean, did you think if the Eagles had to go 75 yards, would they have gone? I don't think
no,
they
they
did.
didn't. They didn't.
But if they had to, I don't think they could have on Sunday.
They
They
would have
might-
went 73, and then Jake would have missed the field goal.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
The defense was outstanding as they've been for a large portion of the season, and the special teams set the tone early with the forced fumble and the
Should've
kickoff,
been
opening
targeted, but-
kickoff.
It's all right.
On what?
Should have been targeting.
There's no targeting in the pros.
On what?
Yeah, that was a legit hit. A
What
clean
hit?
hit.
What hit?
The
The
kickoff.
opening kickoff?
Yeah.
No, that was clean.
I went down.
That's what I would do to Smitty on an opening kickoff. Smitty, by the way, he's read 2 pages of Inner Excellence, and now he's
Now he's done.
a
Yeah,
changed
LeBron
man.
style.
He's a changed man.
I not to jump ahead, but I do expect the offense to be
Oh, I thought-
much better
thought he was going into the
this
book.
week.
He's
Huh?
talking-
Not bad. Not bad.
Nate, did you order Inner Excellence?
I did not.
Smitty got his copy.
Did you see it went like to
Number one.
It's number one.
Smitty ordered it that night.
53,000 copies
Yeah.
or something?
Dude, it was a number 1 book on Amazon this week. I mean, it's the number 1 book. And did he even confirm that's what he read?
Yeah.
Like, people
Yeah.
just assumed it was that book.
No, you
Yeah.
can see it.
He said it was,
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
It was literally 500,000 on the bestseller list.
yeah.
Yeah.
He should get a cut.
Now he's
That
not.
author
He should.
That author
He
should
should.
send.
Talk about a bust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That book didn't make it.
That's true. That
Yeah,
author
he should get a
should
finder's fee or something.
give a little
Oh, yeah.
kickback to AJ.
He should.
That'll be a management book for these big corporations real soon.
Yeah,
Everybody's
probably.
gotta-
Yes.
Maybe I'll get the
Yes.
route next week. You got to read Inner Excellence.
Book report. That's going to be your summer book report, Brody, is Inner Excellence.
You see that comment from Smitty there, Nate? He's getting AJ to sign it at his autograph signing.
So what?
You got to find a good page. One of his
Will he
highlights.
do that? I guess. Can he do that?
Why not?
Because it's not his.
So what?
Don't they have like strict rules about stuff like that?
I
No.
don't think so.
Like you can't. They can only sign like certain merch.
Who's that? You think
Uh,
he's a like, what is he?
No, I
It
just
depends
didn't
on the maybe like
Like-
some of these guys might have contracts that they
Yeah,
only sign like
because they're not getting money.
photos
from
that are.
Yeah.
So Rodman was at the Oxford Valley Mall
Yeah.
a few weeks ago, and a friend of the show,
Oh, that's right. Did he?
yeah,
he
Mike
get
Fritz had the Playboy with Carmen Electra, then had Rodman sign the Playboy with Carmen
He
Electra.
got it.
and
He signed.
Rodman signed it. So he
That's
looked at it, he
awesome.
chuckled, and said, "Where you want me to sign?"
That's really awesome. At least he's cool about
Yeah,
it.
I think it all depends on. Some of these players will have certain stipulations in their contract.
That's what I'm saying. Like they definitely
You're
have. They,
exclusive to us, and you can only sign.
yeah, like they're only going to sign things they're making money off of. You know what I mean? He's not. I mean, he'll probably sign it, but I was just curious if they.
I mean, if you got him like on the side somewhere, sure. But if he's doing a signing and
Oh yeah, you know, at
Getting
training
paid for it.
camp and
No,
games
yeah.
now, people are going to be
Yeah.
trying
like
to-
Kelsey signing the babies.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
My positives and negatives. I forgot. I got the 3 positives, 3 negatives. As my dad always likes to say, and his Smitty has reminded us all week, a win is a win. No matter how ugly it was, a win is a win. Right? All right. We had the defense. We said played great. Secondary looked great. Defensive line looked great. And Barkley. Negatives. Hurts. It's just slow. Right?
Yeah.
That's because knocked the rust off. He was off 3 weeks. Right?
The whole offense
Coming
I
off like
think, in
not even
general,
practicing
bad.
for 2 of those weeks, right? Because of the concussion.
Right,
So
Yeah,
Yeah, he looked like he hadn't played in 3 weeks to a month.
and I mean, being at the game, it's you have that vantage point of where you can see if guys are actually open or not.
yeah.
There's a few times where I saw there was really nobody open. Like he really didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. So it's not like it was all on Hurts. Like the offense, I think overall looked bad. I mean, Saquon did his thing, but I think overall the offense struggled a lot.
I feel like Hurts might be throwing the ball away more than he had been earlier instead of taking sacks.
He needs to
He's
to
tough.
decide.
he took
that.
some
Yeah,
bad
he took
sacks.
some
He
yeah.
needs to decide.
Yeah, but how
that
many sacks did they
faster.
have?
3.
3.
3?
Yeah, and
And-
they had the one.
And how many of them were because you didn't get rid of the ball?
At
soon
least
enough?
1 or 2, because it was it was early in the game where we had the momentum, but it was kind of slipping away. It was still 7-0. It was like 3rd and short, and he dropped back the pass, and he took like a 12-yard sack. 12-yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And
Yeah,
it's like,
Yeah.
this is where you give the momentum all
Yeah.
back to them.
It's only 2.
You only had 2 sacks?
How many of them were Nolan Smith?
The Packers only
that
had
was the
2
other side,
sacks.
that's right.
Yeah, are you going back on Nolan Smith at all, Nate, or no? You still
Really?
stinks?
More
Really?
playoff sacks
People
than
are-
Micah.
people- People are praising him.
Wow.
Even the national
Come on,
media is
dude.
praising him.
He has more playoff sacks than Micah. Micah.
Like, he doesn't make it to the
Mediocre
playoffs.
fraudsons.
It's okay to own up to a
No,
Honestly,
goof.
none of his
like I told Smitty in the regular season, if he thinks he should
Yeah,
get
no
around
in there.
sacks, it's great.
Here, I got something
Said
for
that.
you.
He
If
have a great
dude.
game.
He had an excellent game on Sunday.
if the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl
I clapped for
and
him.
Nolan Smith records 1 or 2 sacks in the Super Bowl, you got to buy at least a jersey of Nolan Smith.
Jersey.
Yeah. Deal?
Deal.
All right, cool.
What was the deal? I missed it.
If
the Eagles-
if he's part of the reason why we're at the Super Bowl,
And he has to get at least 1 or 2
I'll buy a
sacks.
Nolan Smith jersey.
In the Super Bowl game?
Yeah.
1 or 2 in the Super Bowl game?
Yeah. He has to get at least his jersey. Maybe he'll go with a
He
jersey.
had a great game. He had an amazing game.
Yeah, 2 sacks, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he took out an offensive lineman.
Yeah, no,
He's-
he played violent.
But I think this is what
Yes,
everyone
he
wanted
did.
to see out of him, because this is what all the hype was about, in college, where he was supposed to be a top pick and he had the injuries and fell off. And now he's kind of developing into an every down pass rusher, which is nice because they spent a high pick on him.
Well, now is the time of the year where you hope that Vic knows what he has.
I
And
should
he's
hope so.
Right, but I should say, like during the season, you're still trying to figure out
Yeah.
how to play these guys. I've noticed they've been rotating Carter hasn't been getting as many snaps.
And I
because
wonder
they're
if that's
rotating
yeah.
guys
I
where
wonder
it's
if
not
that's
like
not like a rest thing, but like to keep his energy up
Yeah,
and make
it's-
sure
yeah,
late,
I'm
late-
okay
Davis
with
has
him
been-
not playing every snap.
late in the game because he played every snap, wasn't it?
Yes.
Like
He
the
did.
last 2
Yeah.
weeks of the year. or
There
something.
was a few games this year where he played a high number of snaps, if not all the snaps.
no
Carter.
Jalen Carter.
Jalen
Carter.
Carter.
Well,
And
Davis
I'm
has
okay
been
with
playing
getting him
pretty good.
some rest here and there.
But
And-
like I'm saying, like Davis, Milton, like,
Like when they-
they're doing like more of a. I don't know what the numbers are, but you're seeing there's much more of a rotation in these
Yeah.
guys,
And
They're
that's what
not,
you
like,
want.
yeah, that's what you want now because you know when you want them in, what
Or
packages you want
Is
them in.
there
Yeah.
this talk into it at all? Now I'm just speculating conspiracies here. Milton is due for a new contract. Are they trying to take him away so that they don't have to owe him as much money, or vice versa? You know.
I think he would have already hit those incentives.
No, I'm talking about
Usually regular season.
no, I'm talking about a new contract in his negotiations.
I mean, he's not going to get paid like.
he'll get
I think
good
he'll get
money.
paid.
He'll get good money.
He's not going to get paid like top 8,
No,
but he'll get
no.
paid.
Yeah,
He'll
get
get
good
paid.
money.
I don't
I
know.
agree with
It's
me.
not 20.
Huh?
You pay him as a starter,
I think so.
even though he doesn't start.
I think it's because of the team he's on. He doesn't start.
I don't know, right? Because he can't. He's not Davis.
Well,
He replaces
Jordan
Carter.
Davis. I think Jordan Davis is a little overhyped.
He's not right. He is what he is.
Yeah, he doesn't make enough plays.
But he
I
wasn't
don't-
worth the 13.
No, he was not a top 15 pick.
You think he was
But
worth
he
the
was
13?
Think
supposed-
so?
He was
Who are you going to replace him with? You can't put Carter there.
He was
No.
supposed to be Jalen Carter when we drafted him.
I don't think so.
I would have rather. I mean, not looking
He
at
was
it
never-
now,
I thought so.
obviously.
See, I always thought he's more like a Gilbert Brown type guy.
Yeah, he-
Right? You
They
just
wanted
gonna
him to
block-
be
you're
like-
just going to block up the middle.
They wanted-
He's not Gilbert Brown yet
But
either.
they wanted
No,
him to
but
be
he's
like
not.
Vince
Gilbert
Wilfork
Brown
or,
made
know,
plays.
Ndamukong
He's been
Suh
good
or
at blocking
something.
the run.
No, Wilfork didn't get a lot of sacks.
Okay.
Sue did.
Yeah, well, that's what they
With
wanted
that-
him to be like, and he's not at all.
I think he's.
Sue was special though in his day. Like,
Yes.
He was. He
Jordan
was.
is just not that talented.
No,
He's
no,
just
he's
a
not.
big guy to clog up the run game.
Carter's
That's what he
more
should be
Sue
doing.
than Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, did you see all the because Jalen Carter got all second team All Pro or first team All Pro? Second team All Pro, and Leonard
Yeah,
Williams got
second.
first team All Pro from the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So people put up stats because like everyone's like, why is Jalen Carter not first team? So they reached into Leonard Williams' interception yards to like justify why he's
And what's he got? 2 interceptions
He's got
for
2.
7 yards.
2 for like no, the one was
He
like
had like a 90
yeah, he had like a 90-yard
Oh, did he?
return.
That's Rodgers.
And everyone, yeah, and everyone's bringing up that. It's like, that's so stupid.
That is stupid.
But whatever helps you sleep at night. We all know who the real first team All Pro is.
Me.
Yeah. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith.
He's a Pro Bowler, right?
Oh no.
Did he? Oh,
no, I
thought
don't
he
think
got-
he made a Pro Bowl.
He's not a reserve. He's not
He's
like a
definitely
fourth.
going to be.
Yeah, he'll be like the
Fourth line?
fourth alternate.
Who was the quarterback? Tyron Huntley? The backup that made the Pro Bowl for the Ravens. the
Oh,
one year.
Tyler Huntley.
Yeah, man, he was a Pro Bowl quarterback. the
This
one
year he made it?
No,
it
like
was
a year
It was like
ago or
2021 or something.
Yeah, when they had like a backup QB, and it was him, and he was a Pro Bowl. It's like this is so stupid.
Was it him or was it Taylor?
No, it was Tyler Huntley.
Taylor?
Tyler
Tyler
Taylor, I
Huntley?
think, made a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, he
The
had
Pro
some-
Bowl is so stupid
Oh,
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the
it's-
voting is based on what guys did last year.
Yeah,
It's not-
It's fan voting.
Yeah.
There's no like
Yeah.
league
Yeah.
voting in it at all.
it's
They're playing dodgeball at the Pro Bowl. Like that's not the Pro
such
Bowl.
at one time it was a prestigious award, to be voted Pro Bowler, and now it's so hollow. There's nothing to it, and you see guys
Don't tell
starters-
Darius Slay that.
back when they were still playing the game. Starters would step aside, and then the backup would step aside because they didn't want to play.
Yeah.
So you had fourth and fifth alternates playing that had no business
It would
playing.
also
Give
but
me
they
my
were
check.
but now they were getting paid in their contract because they played in the Pro Bowl.
remember when it was
It's
the
just
week
garbage.
the weekend in between the championships and the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It should go back to being that.
In Hawaii.
In
In
Hawaii.
yeah.
yes,
It should go
yes.
back to
well,
that.
now it's
Yes.
in
Orlando.
Florida.
Yeah.
It's in Orlando.
Yeah.
Take a trip down there. You see some of those players hanging out with their families.
I don't want to go. To
I
the Pro
have
Bowl,
no
though.
desire to.
Even I
watch
know
them
like
hang
you're
out with
thinking
the
like you're
family.
up close with them and all, but like I wouldn't want to really.
There's
go
no
to that.
engagement.
No, they
Yeah, my
they're
buddy
hanging
Steve
around.
saw Randy Moss puking coming off a ride in Disney. He sent us the picture. He's
That's
like, yo,
awesome.
straight
Wow,
cash,
that's-
homie. And Randy was just like, waved at him.
That's hilarious.
That's actually really awesome.
That is, you got something in common with Randy Moss, DJ.
What, throwing up off
Coming off a ride.
Off
Yeah.
the rides.
But yours was at St. Anselm's.
I
Right.
did that at Dorney
Or
Park
the
too.
casino.
Huh?
What ride did you throw up on? Casino.
What was the not the
Tornado?
Gravitron, the tornado?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was before your
You
time.
can't do spinning.
No, not a fast spin. Like
No,
that.
he.
Well, my
Look, I'm not gonna. I don't do.
My
I do rides.
my
I don't do roller
friend
coasters.
Jimmy was. It's the one where you can spin it while you're spinning.
Yes.
You tilt the world.
No,
No,
but
it's
like
called
it goes up
tornado.
in the air and it comes down, and he was spinning it like crazy. I'm like, oh
Jimmy-
no, Jennings,
Oh, yeah.
and he's just spinning and spinning. I'm like, oh,
What
no.
what he's not telling you is he downed like 2 or 3 slices of pizza before he got on there, hoping a full stomach would help him with the spinning.
Did I? I didn't
Yes.
just. That's not how I said it.
Huh?
That's not how I justified it.
I thought you were saying he down like 3 Bud Lights before he got.
Yeah, it's
Like,
sixth grade.
he was like
I
in
don't know.
sixth grade.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He got
Northeast
off.
kids are
And
doing all
didn't you
kinds
just
of
go
stuff.
like 3 times in a row or something like
I
that?
don't remember.
He
I
got
just
off of that
remember
ride.
yakking.
I watched him get off, and he just was just ready to
Miserably
go,
puking.
man. He bent. He got about 20 feet away from the thing he was on, and he bent over and just everything just let loose. I was like, wow. Yeah, proud family moment.
It's good. It wasn't like the Sandlot scene.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, at
they're
least it
on
wasn't
the,
on.
What the heck's that ride
Just
called?
the
What was that ride called? That's your time. I don't know
what
but
that ride
that's
was
an iconic scene too. What it yakking.
we talked about AJ.
Inner excellence.
1 catch.
Yep. It was actually pretty
There was-
impressive.
yeah,
It
it was.
was
I
impressive.
had no idea.
Didn't even know he
caught
caught
it.
it.
I was
Yeah.
waiting for the ref to go like this, and then they're like, "I'm like, what? How?"
Yeah, that was impressive.
Because his back was to us when he caught the ball, so no, I
Should have had a
how he caught it.
touchdown
Yeah,
on the fake
yeah,
Yeah.
push.
yes.
I'm
That's
kind of
yes,
mad they
it was
showed
there.
that play though.
Mm,
Aren't you?
I was,
Eh.
yeah, I was a little surprised.
I don't
that-
think you pull
yeah.
that play out in a wild card.
Yeah,
round.
you got to wait till later.
Wait,
there was
championship.
nothing going on. You had to do that. That was like
Yeah, but now they're gonna play for that. You know,
Yeah,
No,
if you
what
play
you
for
need to
that, then
do-
you're guaranteed.
No,
the
what you
first.
need to do is you disguise it with some other way.
Well, they did it before last year when Kenny Gainwell threw the pass. You remember that?
I
Off
don't
the tush
remember.
push.
It was a fake tush push. They gave it to Kenny, and then he threw it to Smitty. You don't
Did it
remember that?
work?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it worked.
really?
It was
Why
a
am I trying? I don't
bad
remember
throw,
that.
but Smitty called
Maybe,
it.
I don't know. Is it? Yeah, I don't
I'll
remember
find
that.
it.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
It was that iconic.
I think it was against the Commanders. I think.
Yeah. Probably blew
Regular
out.
season game. Then. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
about
I'm
playoffs. Like,
I'm sure they'll come up with
They
something
couldn't do anything. in the
different
playoffs.
for
Yeah.
either this week or get past this week down the road.
because we got Kellen Moore, the next head coach.
Oh, the
the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous that he's getting 3 interviews
4, I thought it was.
in
3.
2 days,
Is it only 3?
two tomorrow, one Saturday.
and one of them's the day before the game. That's just
Well, look, Gannon did it
The NFL's
right before
gotta
the
do
Super Bowl
something. I
game,
know.
right? I agree. I was thinking about it too. Like they need to put. I get these teams that are out of it need something to do. They want to do something. They want to get all these hot coordinators
You got to
in.
get ahead. Yeah,
yeah,
they
you want to
wanna
get ahead of it. But if they just say, "Look, there's a hiring freeze
yes.
Until-
there has to be something.
after the Super Bowl,"
The day after
Well,
the Super Bowl.
yeah,
Wasn't there something before they were allowed to interview during the playoffs where teams still in the playoffs couldn't interview until they were done?
No, I don't.
Wasn't there a
remember anything
rule,
like
a
that.
league rule about that a few years
Not in
ago?
football. Not
there
that.
might have been. I just don't remember.
And they said, well, the teams that are still in, these coaches are getting an unfair deal because they can't interview while all these other teams that are not in the playoffs,
The
their
question.
coaches are able to interview
the thing.
and they're getting left out.
I don't
yeah.
really have a problem with I don't think it's as big a deal as
I
people
know,
make it.
I do.
Because I think they're still focused on what's at hand.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The thing I'm at,
You don't
they're
just show up to an interview. You got to prep for the
not,
interview.
yeah, but they're not flying to these places, are they? I think it's like a
Probably
Zoom.
on Zoom.
No.
Yeah,
I would hope because
I would
Or
think.
the teams are coming to them.
yeah,
I would think it's on Zoom.
because that's the problem I would have is if they're flying to these locations because it's like,
If-
well, wait a second, then you're going away from the team. That I wouldn't agree with.
Yeah, I
No,
just don't like it in general.
I think they would probably make that a requirement of either.
I
It's
would
got to
agree.
be
Yeah, you
virtual
can't-
or
you
you got to
can't-
come to me.
Exactly. You can't have these guys flying 3 different locations in 2 days.
The day before bothers me a little bit,
Saturday.
right? But I get it. Your Friday's practices,
And he's already got 2
game-
interviews on Friday.
Yeah,
so
Yeah, I
rubs
don't like
me a
it.
little bit.
Oh, rubs me real wrong.
the
I don't
thing,
like it
the
at
thing,
all.
it's because we have a bad. It's because we had a bad first time with it with Gannon. And the thing with
No,
Gannon,
I
was-
wouldn't
Well,
feel
we
right
can't
about it
afford to
regardless.
lose
well, the
another
thing with
coordinator.
yeah, I agree.
We've
with-
had like what was
Yeah.
it, 5
But the
different.
thing with Gannon was like the playoff was played in their Super Bowl was played in Arizona. He was interviewing for the Arizona job. He
Right.
was already thinking, "Wow, I'm going to be here."
Probably looking at houses.
Yeah, exactly. Like he
Right.
probably was not totally engaged in
No,
that game.
No, he wasn't.
Whereas this, I think it's a little
And
different.
I
you
think it
know?
showed in the way they played. And, 2 of those touchdowns, receivers were left wide open and nobody went out to cover them. When they
Well,
went in
hold on.
motion.
But I mean,
They should have
you
won the
can't-
game.
You
Like,
can't blame that on
don't-
Gannon,
yeah,
right?
they should have won the game.
That's coverage, right? Like,
Yeah.
somebody's got to
They're up
recognize that.
24-14 at halftime. You got to win the game. Let's not get into the past.
No.
We'll avenge that this year.
I hope so.
Anything on our live? Being there live, we were all there to witness it live. Anything, tailgate wise, game wise, experience wise?
Tailgate was
No.
good. Tailgate was really
My
good.
brother showed up in sneakers.
Uncle
Uncle
Pat
Pat.
showed up in sneakers.
Had the toes packed away.
Did lose the car for like 30 seconds, so
Did lose a
Full
car.
panic.
Car got stolen,
full panic mode.
but then it was
My
actually
car got stolen.
only
Yeah.
2 spots down.
Yes. It'll
Forgot
be
a phone.
interesting. What's that?
Forgot a phone.
Forgot the phone.
Yep, somebody forgot a phone.
Yeah, it was definitely eventful
I mean,
for
we had
the Marcuses, which I mean, I feel bad. That's, if that happened, I'd be like, yeah, you're on your own next week. Like, sorry.
we saw Dumpy get lumped up.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right.
That's
right.
how do we
You see
forget the
that
biggest
something?
headline?
The big guy Dumpy that's got his belly all tattooed
I
up.
know who you're talking about. My friend works with him.
He
We're
yeah,
walking
yeah.
through the parking lot to get to our tailgate. We see a little bit of a ruckus, and we look
squared
down.
up.
There's big old Dumpy and some guy my size, maybe
Yeah.
a little bigger.
He
Yeah.
was taller.
Going at
Tall,
it.
yeah.
And
They just
Lump-
squared up.
Lumpy was getting Dumpy was Dumpy was getting lumped up,
Humpty
but then
Dumpty.
but then he
Body
grabbed
slam.
him and body slammed him, and
Yeah.
it was pretty much over.
I mean, the buildup was good because it had a crowd
Yeah.
with the phones out and all.
Yes.
And it's like, all right, they're throwing down, and then the fight sucked.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was 3 punches thrown.
Dumpy couldn't keep
Dude,
his
it-
pants up.
Like, you're
Yeah.
thinking, yeah, he kept pulling up his pants. You're thinking like a big dude. No, I'm good. Thank you, though. You're thinking like a big dude's getting ready to throw down, and then the fight sucked. It was bad. Which I don't know how long he would have lasted considering his size.
Here's
the other guy
yeah.
danced around him easily, but then,
Yeah.
then when he
Yes.
got him and body
Yeah.
slammed
Oh,
him,
yeah,
And
he
then
was-
the thing, I don't know who this was, but the guy that came over top of Dunphy and choked him out while there was like 3 guys in.
Yeah, there was
uh,
another-
Yeah, at one point there was
What's
another
that
guy
about? Like,
involved.
come on, dude, get out of here! Like, don't get involved.
I thought he was going in to break it up.
That's how you start a brawl. Because
Yeah.
usually it's 2 guys, and if there's a 3rd guy,
Yeah.
then the 4th guy's
Right.
coming like, yo,
Yeah.
again, and then there's a 5th guy.
but then the cop came by and
and
then just
Dude,
went
no,
behind the
yeah.
car and
It
flew
really
behind
did,
the
yeah,
car.
it did nothing.
he's probably like, somebody hit somebody so I could do something
Yeah,
here.
So it was an exciting tailgate.
Here's a bet you might want to take or not. Does Dumpy go bare chested this week
Yes.
with the
Yes.
snow?
He's,
It's
that's
his
his
thing.
thing. It's his
He's got
stick.
it. It's
I
the
know,
brand.
but
I
it's
think
the
he's.
snow.
I think
Doing
he's
it
getting.
for the brand.
I think he's getting paid to do that.
God, I hope not.
Did you see during the game on the big screen they panned to him?
Yeah.
Yes.
He looked like
Defeated.
totally dejected.
Defeated.
He was just sitting there with his belly out, just staring straight ahead, like, "Come on, bro, we're winning. What are you doing? Like, why are you
Yeah.
so upset about?"
That was pretty funny.
Did they ever show PSG? Was he ever shown?
I did
Nah.
not see PSG during the game.
No.
He was there.
Was he?
He posted on
Where was he
TikTok.
sitting?
Was he? Yeah, I don't remember
was, like,
seeing him on the
Towards the
screen.
front.
He
He
was,
was
was he
behind
on the
the end
screen?
zone. No, but
They didn't show
He
him.
doesn't
Thank
have
God.
season tickets, right? He just buys his tickets.
I don't know.
He
Isn't he
probably has a
somewhere different
sponsor
every
or
time?
something.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because
Yeah.
I saw what's the dude with the
Sean, you know
Yeah.
that guy?
the 4th and John guy,
Oh,
E-Rock.
God. Yeah,
He was
is.
there. He was all the way up top though.
Yeah, he's got some.
He was
High
way up.
seats, yeah.
Yeah.
We had some Packers fans in front of us. They were quiet the whole
We had
game.
I don't think we had any in our
Like the whole
section. We had
game.
no Packers fans in our section, did we?
Wait, Joe, Dumpy has a daughter?
Yeah. Yeah, he said a Juniata guy. I think.
Well, Joe
Richmond,
said
maybe.
his daughter
Yeah, I
is
don't
on my
think he's
niece's
choosing
soccer team. He showed up to SoFi shirtless a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he's a Northeast guy. He's a North guy.
Yeah,
Which, you know,
he is.
go, that tells you everything you need to know. So
Quality character.
Yeah.
yeah.
Character, yeah.
Where's your stomach tattoos?
I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I want the fanatic or
As your
You
belly
got to
button?
get that dome unit tattooed.
yeah.
That would be
No
insane.
head tattoos, no neck tattoos.
That would be
I'm
insane.
not going that way.
You might be out in the shed permanently.
I would look
on
like
that
Bam
one.
Big Bigelow if I get
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
What else we got? I think that's it for the first quarter. We talk about the other playoff games. Any surprises? Houston,
Houston was a little
rest
surprised.
of the
Washington,
Chargers,
Washington.
kinda suck.
Washington. They all kind of
I
suck,
agree.
but
The games weren't great.
None of them were close except for the Washington game.
Yeah,
the games that were surprises, like
yeah.
I didn't give Houston a chance.
I didn't give them a chance either.
Right?
Nobody ever does.
No.
They're
I thought-
usually not in it.
All right, finally they got a real coach out there in LA and he'll figure it out. Nope.
No, Herbert
That
looked
game was a mess.
awful.
It was like 8 turnovers total in that game or something.
Yeah, Herbert had 4 picks, 5
4
picks.
picks.
Four?
Yep.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Love
I mean,
might
Jordan
have
Love had
it. Around
3,
Love.
right? 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 interceptions.
Yeah, and Hurts
Yeah,
gets
I
all
heard
the
nothing
slack.
about
Like, yeah, you know, you're never gonna please him. Never. Hate is gonna hate. I'm with you, Smitty.
I mean,
What do you say?
I told some
Nah,
guys.
just
That,
saying.
I told some guys that happen to be in the chat right now that Love is not. Don't be all that excited about Love.
I mean, everyone sees the potential with the guy, but he makes some really bad decisions. I mean, the pick to Zach Bond, you got to see the
Oh, you got to see
linebackers
that, yeah.
right there, and then the pick to Quinyon. I mean, I know it's late in the game, game's out of reach, but
I
like,
heard he
I mean,
shines
there-
what the hell are you doing?
There was pass
throwing the
interference
ball?
on that Reed there, right? Was it Reed that pretty much pulled the receiver down?
Gone.
Was
Was
it
it Bond that pulled the
in
receiver
the end
down?
zone? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
let's
I-
know where her eagle is.
It's up in my room.
why?
I mean,
why
I
you,
heard he shines in the playoffs, but
Who said that?
Who, Bond or
no, Jordan Love. I don't know.
Jordan Love shines? in
I
the
just
playoffs,
heard. That's
right?
what I heard.
I mean, he beat
He
the
had-
Niners.
He had a good
Or
game.
no, wait, he
He beat
almost.
the Cowboys.
He almost
the
beat the
Cowboys.
Niners.
The
He beat the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys.
I mean, anybody can beat Dallas, though. You know?
Jordan Brady fell. It's all right. We'll be
Jordan
back.
Brady.
We'll be back. Lamar
Yeah, the
Hottest
Ravens,
quarterback in the playoffs right now?
Ravens looked really, really
looks
good.
legit.
They dominated the Steelers. I mean, the Steelers were
Steelers
bad.
are in a
Steelers are bad
They're
to
in
end
a
the year.
tailspin.
They're gonna
But-
lose this week.
Steelers?
The Ravens?
Yeah, I'm with you with the Ravens.
You think they
Yep.
beat the Bills this week?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that would. It's a
I-
pick 'em. That game's
You're
a pick 'em.
wearing your Ravens colors, so
That's true. I do
obviously.
have
Yeah.
purple on.
Ravens and Texans are gonna win.
Yeah, I was shocked to see that.
Whoa, Texans.
Weren't the Ravens favored at one point this week?
No, I think it's Buffalo -1. It's a
It's in,
pick.
it's in Buffalo.
It's a
so-
pick.
Yeah.
It's literally a pick 'em.
But I was surprised to see it that close because
Who would
Buffalo.
Who are you taking? Or if you were taking somebody, Nate, who would you take? Buffalo or Baltimore? Oh yeah, you said they're going to. Duh.
I think.
Yeah, my bad.
I'm trying to. I was looking at the screen right there. Our picks were up there. I got Baltimore. It's a
I
lot
just-
of Baltimore and
I got
Buffalo. I mean,
Buffalo.
nobody's got.
Baltimore.
As much as I say, the Chiefs are going to three-peat. I couldn't pick. Them.
Yeah, flip a coin for that game. I mean, it's
I don't think they're going
It's
to
gonna be.
repeat.
It's gonna probably be the game of the weekend. Which will,
Chiefs Texans.
yeah.
Baltimore Bill.
Watch it be like 10-6
Chiefs are
the
gonna
final
lose.
Yeah,
score.
right. Right. What's the weather looking like in Baltimore?
Yeah, I probably nicer than what we're getting supposedly. I mean, yeah, that'll be a factor.
Rushing attack in playoffs.
Ravens, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Derrick Henry just
Derrick
looked like
Henry
he was
bullied
just-
him. He's
just playing the last
stiff
3 games.
arming grown men left and right. Dude's a bully.
Speaking of stiff
That's what
arm,
Dallas got did.
Dallas got the angry.
I
runs.
did see
He got
that.
the scepter
Yeah,
this
yeah.
week.
Did you watch? Did you listen to the mic'd up of Goddard?
On
He
that
was like,
play?
"Oh, I
No.
slowed down."
Yeah,
to
he
hit him
slowed
again."
down on purpose to give him the last
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Feed him his teeth.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was
that
like,
was
the third
great.
one wasn't necessary. I slowed down to give it to him, but yeah.
That was all like Smitty made a comment about the touchdown to Dallas. I'm like, yeah, but Hurts threw a 2-yard
and it almost
screen,
was dropped.
and Dallas did
Because he
5
had to,
stiff arms.
he had to go. when the play happened, I was like, all right, nice pick up for
it's a
first
4
down.
yards.
And he just keeps going. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
he's still going.
That was our end
Yeah,
zone.
that was
Yeah.
our end
Keep
zone.
coming,
Yep.
keep coming,
Yeah.
keep
The other
going.
side of the field, but
And
our
that's
end
what-
zone.
That's what kind of put the game away. Which,
Yeah.
Yes,
that-
it did.
That's when everyone
It made it two-
breathed a sigh of relief, and
That
like,
was a 2-score game at that point. I
it
believe.
made it 19-10, I think.
Yeah, 2-score game.
And it was like 7 minutes left,
Something like
6
that.
minutes left.
Are we worried about Jake? You said that.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. I'm
That
worried
that
about
that
Jake.
upright one. That, I mean,
no.
Can't not be
Not
worried
yet.
about Jake.
Not yet.
he's
Not
a
yet.
problem.
No.
He's a problem.
He's a concern.
Yeah, he's a problem.
You're on the
Isn't he,
35.
like,
You're
over-
down.
Maybe a
Down
concern,
2.
but I'm not worried about him.
I'm worried.
Ah,
He hasn't hit a single
he's going to
50
be a
yarder this year.
problem. Yeah, there's a
He's
reason
the
why.
Tiger Woods of the NFL.
If you
He
have
just
like a
can't hit it anymore.
55-yarder,
There's a reason why Nick was going for it on
He's-
4th down all
he's
the time.
gotta
early
be
in the
hurt.
year.
That's the only
He's
explanation.
not hurt. He's
You're
just
a kicker. You
kickers
don't get
lose
hurt.
it. They get the yips or
Yeah,
something. You
that's what I'm
know,
saying. He's like the golfers.
he's still got a year or two left.
He was
right,
so
on his contract.
consistent.
Oh,
Yeah, didn't we just give him like 20 mil this year?
They gave him, I think, a 3-year extension. I think.
It was like 3 years, 20 mil. or
He was
something.
so
Maybe.
consistent until this year. Justin Tucker's the same way.
Well,
Um,
now Tucker's kind of
Yeah, he's
figured
gotten
it out.
better.
Tucker's a few years older.
Yeah, and he's figured it out. He's,
Yeah,
he's
Andrew
that
said he's
solid.
done. Jake stinks. He's done.
Andrew's
Hang up the
It's
cleats.
the time to
Andrew's
draft a
wrong.
kicker.
It might be 3rd round. Too high.
People draft kickers now. It's crazy. It's like fantasy. Like, what are we doing?
Janikowski.
Run on the kickers.
Wasn't he drafted in the 1st or 2nd round?
But he's our T-Bass. I mean, come on.
Janikowski was drafted in the 2nd round.
First round. I
First,
think.
yeah. I thought
First
it was-
round.
Well, come on. You're talking about the Raiders, right?
They did you see that report today that came out? They apparently drafted the wrong guy.
Oh, Byron Young.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, that's such a Raiders thing to do. But thank God it's them.
What do you
not
mean they
us.
drafted the wrong guy?
There was 2 Byron Youngs in the draft,
Oh,
and they called they
And the
sent
one
in-
on the one on the Rams is the one
That-
having a very good year.
yeah that they
Oh,
think, that
man.
apparently they think they meant to draft, and
damn,
the guy they did draft ended up getting cut.
damn. That's who's the GM?
Not Mike Mayock anymore.
No, he got fired already.
I think they fired the GM too.
Yeah, they should have. After that,
All right, now
Knocking my picture down. Hopefully, I'll be replacing some of these pictures this year.
yeah.
I don't know that I'll ever replace
Tanner
You
that.
can't replace the Phillies.
No,
special.
that
You can't-
one we're getting
wait,
replaced.
yeah.
You
Hold-
can't replace
hold up.
can't replace
Hold
the
up.
final leaf line.
No.
You can't
I think Zach can get replaced.
Zach can get
can't
replaced.
replace the first one.
this is gonna be Tanner McKeer.
What do you
It's
mean?
the first Super Bowl. You can't
Yeah.
replace the first. Super
No, I'm
Bowl.
saying some of the stuff.
You can
around.
add to it, but you
What
can't
am I gonna
replace
add?
it.
Yeah, get rid of this.
You can get rid of this stuff.
Don't.
I
the
know.
Dawkins
Dawk, I
corner-
know.
The
I know.
Dawkins corner does
I
not
know.
get touched.
I'm trying to think where the North stuff is, or
Yeah, just replace that stuff over
Penn
there.
State.
Take
I mean,
down
this-
that Phillies
Yeah,
thing.
there's a big giant space right here that looks good. I mean, that's taking up a lot of space there.
Yeah.
Would you get rid of the helmets?
That
No,
Atlanta
I kinda like
Falcons
my
1970s
Can't
helmet.
really put much there though. Just one thing.
I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just have to start.
We're also
expanding
jumping the
it.
gun here.
We are
jumping the gun
We
here.
are
Ceiling.
jumping the gun here. We are jumping the gun.
Ceiling.
Can't look ahead.
I already reserved a room in New Orleans.
Did you really?
No.
We got a
My
cancellation.
brother-in-law
policy.
Matt, one of his best friends, lives down there, so I'm hoping Tommy Guinan, if you're out there listening, I'm going to call you. And he was making the Super Bowl. I need a room in New Orleans.
Can you also fit 20 people in your house?
Andrew says the North flag can go.
Yeah, you can suck a fart, Andrew. You got. I don't see 17 reels of paper, so I guess you don't have this day in sports ready.
I do.
Do you? Look at you.
I
You
just-
going?
I forgot about it at work because my
Oh,
boss was
God.
in all week long.
You're forgetting a
He
lot of
left today.
things.
Right?
So
Maybe we need
when
to
I
start
came
putting
home
that
and I
in.
was sitting there just chilling, I was like, "Oh shit, I never printed anything out."
You come
Did you
home and take a
remember
nap
any of
after work.
When I can,
You do.
What is he? What did you
Come
say?
home and take a nap after work.
it's just a little power nap.
Little cat nap.
Yeah.
Little 20 minutes. Close
Yeah,
my eyes.
Shit.
Right.
Dude, all it
Just
takes
rest in my eyes.
all it
Just
takes
rest
is
in my
that
eyes.
Right.
recliner. Once I hear that recliner,
Oh, the
go-
recliner is diabolical.
Yeah, once
Blame it on the
it
recliner.
goes up, he's out.
He's done. Socks still on.
Yeah, he's hearing the Jeopardy music and he's out
Yeah.
But then if you change the channel, I was watching.
Yes.
Yeah, I was,
Every time.
absolutely,
every time.
absolutely.
No, you weren't.
I can sense when he comes over for the
Not just me. Mom will be like,
Yep.
"You're falling asleep."
Yep. Yeah,
10
let me,
o'clock at night. My parents were watching it. It was just, I was watching it. No, you weren't. You've been asleep since 10:30.
Yeah, every time.
You were just watching it. What did Cecily
You're
just
probably
say?
doing that
What did-
too.
No, I don't.
No?
I don't. I don't. I
I
don't.
was gonna say. I feel
Actually,
like
no.
I feel like it's
I'm-
a dad move. Like
I come home
ultimate
from
dad
work. I
move.
don't sit down. I usually cook dinner. But if we're down here watching TV, if I'm not really into the show, I'll start snoozing a little bit. I'll start snoozing a little bit. But that's like 9 o'clock at night, so that's
Oh, it's bedtime.
reasonable.
Yeah, it's bedtime.
All right. I don't have anybody any who
I-
stinks. We
I
had a
just-
lot of who
I just
stinks. But
Pulled it up here.
I said
oh,
one.
you got all right.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go. All right.
yeah.
Just stay in sports.
Yes.
January
16.
16th.
So we're all familiar with free agency in baseball, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we may not be familiar with the guy who started it, Mr. Kurt Flood.
Nah.
Does the name sound familiar at all?
I heard that name before.
Yeah.
Well, he was a St.
My
Louis
dad
Cardinal.
worked for a flood, I think. A DA. There was a DA flood at one point. I'm not making that up.
There was a Kurt Flood who played for the St. Louis Cardinals who got traded to the Phillies. He refused because the Phillies in 1970 stunk. He refused.
That's
Wow.
big Catholic League basketball.
Wow.
news.
Sal win?
Judge fraud.
Judge lost to Devon Prep. 69.
Judge is a
Gotta watch
fraud.
this prep
69. Nice. It's just 64.
So anyway, the Phillies stunk in 1970, and Kurt Flood refused to show up to the Phillies. And he ended up filing a lawsuit, a civil lawsuit, challenging baseball's reserve clause in this date in 1970, which down the road initially didn't start free agency, but down the road it created and started free agency in baseball.
So who's the first free agent then? Was he technically the first free agent?
Babe Ruth.
No, he probably was not technically because he never ended up playing
Yeah,
for the
play.
Phillies. So I'm not sure who technically would be considered the first free agent. There really wasn't a whole lot going on today. 1981. You guys ever hear of Leon Spinks?
Yes.
He beat Muhammad Ali in 1978 for the world.
How old was Muhammad Ali
championship.
at that point?
He was probably
40?
on the other side of 30.
Who's past his prime?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But how far
yeah.
past?
Yeah. Well, this date in 1981, boxer Leon Spinks is mugged. His assailants even took his gold teeth.
How does that happen?
Flyers
Did he
just
have a
took the
grill?
lead 2-1.
Nice.
Who scored?
I don't know.
Mitch Kopp is doing a signing on Sunday.
Really?
Yes. I think
Where?
it's canceled because of snow.
That's not-
And
yeah.
yeah, it's also
Dynasty
the Eagles.
Sports. That's what
Like,
I'm
You
saying, yeah.
you guys may not remember, but I certainly remember the Edmonton goaltender by the name of Grant Fuhr.
Yes, Grant Fuhr. Yes.
Fuhr.
Fuhr.
Oh,
He was in 1982 as the rookie goaltender for the Oilers. He has his 23-game unbeaten streak end with a 7-1 Oilers defeat in Toronto
he won 23 games in a row.
as a rookie.
Holy shit!
And the reason why I can't stand him is because he played on the
The
great
87
teams of the Edmonton Oilers in the 80s and beat the Flyers twice in the Stanley Cup Finals. That's why I can't stand him. He was a great goalie.
He was. I'm gonna take a pause real quick here because I don't know what's going on in the comment section, but my mom just told somebody to
Yo,
grab some.
She's
She
hammered.
came home from partying since 2. I don't know if she was talking about them falling asleep on the couch or if she was actually out partying today since 2. So we need some more Deke. We all need it.
Did they-
I don't know
they
what's going
plan a
on.
shift at
I don't know.
Burnsies?
They might have done the Burnsy shift. They've been known
Get
to
in
do
there
that.
for
I mean,
for the snow.
when you're retired, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, get it. The snow's coming. We got to go to Burnsies.
We'll make this the
Wins.
last one. In 2019, Houston guard James Harden becomes the first player to
Worst
score
sixer ever.
55 plus points in back-to-back NBA games since Wilt Chamberlain in 1962 scores 58 in a 145 to 142 overtime loss to Brooklyn. 18 straight games
Loser.
with 30 plus points
Loser.
Yeah.
for Wilt.
I don't like to keep track of my wins, but
Loser.
I was right with James Harden.
You don't like to keep track of your losses either, right? Because you have so
No,
little.
man. Yeah. I guess I'll never know. All right. That was this day in sports.
I don't.
Third
have,
quarter.
Don't have an OG.
You don't have an OG versus AI?
I'm slacking on that.
Your
For
dad
dates.
said
Yeah,
she was out
Brody's-
at the book club.
Brody's
Oh,
actually
book club.
been better
Book club
with
doesn't
that.
start at 2:00. What kind of book club is that?
I don't know.
Because I want to be a part
Maybe
of it.
maybe
Yeah, right.
maybe they were doing inner excellence this week.
Maybe they should do that for their next book.
They should. It's like with the flower with Nick Sirianni. Everyone was on the flowers about, and now the inner excellence seems to be the thing.
I'm always looking for a good self-help book. Somebody will have to let me know how it is. Somebody's not going to read
How
it. though.
old is the book? The book's got to be so old. It's like a
Uh,
mental like health book or something. Like
According to ChatGPT, Carson Wentz won MVP.
he did.
what?
It's called a hallucination.
For
What's
what?
what's your question? There was
I just said, give me a hard Philly sports question. And I said, who was the last athlete to win a individual sports award before Bryce Harper? And it said Carson Wentz.
What did he win? He didn't win the MVP.
I know, but that's what it's saying.
That's weird.
It's called a hallucination.
Damn.
AI doesn't always get it right. That's
Yeah.
why you need to check it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So Skynet's not taking
Who
over
is
yet.
the last individual sports?
Isn't the Chris Long WPO?
Oh, we did get Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Yeah. I was
Is
going to
that-
say Harper got the MVP.
Yeah, before Harper. I
Uh,
don't remember. So
since Harper?
no, before Harper.
Before him?
I'll go with Chris Long. Sure, that sounds right to
The
me.
Walter
How
Payton
about-
Man of the year?
Cole Hamels getting World Series MVP?
Oh, did Doc get Cy Young with the Phillies?
Yes, he did.
Was that the last one?
Yeah.
Who
2011.
was the last Flyers player to win the Hart Trophy as the NHL's most valuable players?
Lindros.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Shortened season.
I was
Yep.
gonna say
Yep, 95.
yeah.
Carter.
no. Bernie or Hextall.
No.
No,
Hextall didn't get a heart. He got a Vezina.
that's
Yes.
the goal.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
goalie
goalie,
doesn't
yes.
get an MVP.
Yes.
And before Lindros, I'm going to say Clark
No, probably not.
was the last Hart Trophy winner.
Hart Trophy, maybe. I know there were like Selkies and stuff.
Dumb,
Yeah,
dumb
yeah.
question. How many
No dumb
Flyers?
question, just
How many
dumb people.
Flyers are in the Hall of Fame? Just Bernie and Bobby Clark and
Bill,
Lindros,
Bill Barber.
Bill Barber.
Uh,
That's it, right? There's not a lot.
Is
I don't-
Lindros
how
in
does-
yet?
How does the Hockey Hall of
Lindros is
Fame
in.
work? Like, if
What do
you
you
went
mean?
and played for another team, does that count?
I don't
Like the NFL Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
it's you get every team that you ever played for.
Yeah,
It's
it's
now
on this
is on your
thing.
plaque.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a
Does that
base,
work that way for
like
hockey? 'Cause there's
baseball.
guys that probably went to different. Like, is Mark Recchi in the Hall of Fame?
He's wow.
he played
Mark
for like
Recchi-
20 plus
Mark- yeah,
years.
yeah. That's
and
not
won
wrong.
cups with the Canadians and the Penguins.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good
Probably
question.
not.
You
He's
were there.
prob-
You
he's
should know.
Probably
Deep,
not.
this is a good one. In 2000, the Eagles selected this DN who left training camp before the first preseason game to pursue a musical career.
Oh
Wow.
man. In what year?
2000.
2000.
Oh, I don't. That's before my time. Before my
Is this the
Memories are-
AI versus OG question?
yeah.
I guess. If you
I
want
was
it
gonna
to
say
be.
the lineman went to be a fireman. Danny,
I don't know.
No, he
Danny-
started out as a fireman.
and didn't he
Who
want
was
to
he?
go
Came-
back to be a
John
fireman?
Frank.
Danny Watkins. or-
John Frank?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Remember that?
John Frank. What round?
I don't know. It just says he
It's probably like a 7th.
25-year-old draft pick.
Smitty's
Wow.
just throwing out names here. There's all kinds of names.
All
Mark,
kinds.
Yeah.
Mark Hell, Mark. That's what I'm saying, Smitty. It was Mark Recchi
But are they in his
in the Hall of
flyers?
Fame. But
Yeah,
I don't
like,
know how that works.
In
Yeah, I don't-
baseball, at the baseball of fame, there he picked
you put
the
a hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume they put all the teams on there, like you know,
So when Harden goes in the Hall of Fame, he'll be a Sixer.
hard. I mean, the TO's in the NFL. He went in with the Eagles jersey on.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what's crazy? To didn't even go to that. As
I know, we
as
were
like
there.
as like an FU. Oh yeah,
We were there,
Yeah,
Yeah.
knucklehead.
as like an FU to them.
Yep.
Which I think was.
which sucked for the fans.
I mean, I get
Yeah,
the move
Because you
though.
would have had Dawkins and T.O.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That would have been.
When
I mean,
you-
it was a great.
I was
it
gonna
was a
say
great
when
year,
you think
no
of
matter
that
what.
class, that's
That was
like
awesome.
maybe the best class.
That was a
ever.
pretty
Yeah,
good class.
yeah.
Yeah, like when you think about who was in that class, you had a top 3 receiver ever, a top 3 safety,
Top.
top
Mm,
5, top
five
10
linebacker?
linebacker.
Yeah.
The O lineman was pretty well respected. I knew it took him a while to get in. MV. That's pretty good.
You are so correct there, Mr. Marcus. That's great.
Smitty just said, "Ask Deke my AI questions."
Oh, my
Smitty,
God.
texted me on the side because I'm not looking at my phone. Smitty.
He wants me to name all the Eagles that are from Georgia.
That's not hard. That's not that hard.
Nate's got number one.
Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter,
It's not.
Nakobe Dean,
You're on a roll.
DeAndre was
Not no
DeAndre.
longer an
Swift.
Eagle.
Swift.
yeah.
I know.
There's one more that I know of. He's not a starter though.
Try this one this week.
Offense or defense?
Defense and special teams.
Oh. Nolan
You
Smith.
could try it.
You said Nolan Smith.
Well, I'm sorry. I
Oh,
didn't make sure you guys heard me.
Say it 8 times. And
He's recent, obviously.
Nolan Smith, 2 sacks.
There's one more.
yeah.
Do you know it?
Who did he say? Because I don't.
Nolan
Smith,
Smith, Nakobe
Carter,
Dean, Carter,
He's a
and Jordan.
corner.
He did say
He's a
Jordan.
corner, yeah.
He did say Jordan. I wasn't sure if he said Jordan.
He's a corner, and
Yeah,
I
he
know,
plays
yeah.
more special teams
Yeah, I
than
know it.
defense.
Corner.
He actually made
He
it.
was a Beetle at one
Forced
point.
the fumble. In
He
the,
was a Beetle at one point.
God
What?
damn, you're dumb.
What? Deuce.
His number, I guess.
Number.
Oh, Slay.
No, he's not.
Well, he's number
Was
2.
Deuce 2?
Yeah.
Deuce Staley was 2?
Well, when you say 2, I'm thinking of 2. Or
That was
Deuce, I'm
Jordan
thinking
Hurts.
of 2.
he forced the fumble.
When
I don't-
say
who's,
Deuce, you think Philadelphia Eagles, and I say Deuce. You think number
Not,
2?
currently, yeah.
Are you serious?
Who's
I gave you-
22?
I gave you the easiest clue.
the Beatles.
He was a Beetle at one point.
John George.
Oh my God!
God, this guy.
Dude.
John Paul, George Ringo.
I'm taking this clip.
The
Oh,
last one.
Keely Ringo.
God. Thank God for AI.
Oh, Smitty, Louis Cine. Nobody knows him, dude.
He's not even
He's
on
a
the
practice
team
squad
anymore.
guy.
Get out of here, Smitty.
Yeah.
AI wins. I agree.
AI wins all day. Coaching carousel. We talked a little bit about Kellen Moore. What's the most attractive job right now? It's not the
Oh,
Cowboys. I don't think it's the
jeez.
Cowboys.
I think it's Dallas.
You think it's Dallas?
Yeah, I think it's Dallas.
Why? What do they have?
Chicago.
It's Dallas.
I was going
Right.
to say.
Number 1 is Dallas.
But-
Number 2, you got a franchise quarterback coming back next year.
Cool.
Well, he's paid like a franchise quarterback. He's supposed to be a franchise
It's
quarterback.
Dallas.
That's
you got
fine.
you got no choice in anything that happens because Jerry's looking
It's
over your
always
shoulder,
Jerry. It's
always
telling you
Jerry.
this is
That's
my
true.
team. This is what I want to happen.
It's always.
So you're going to
Jerry.
need to be a lapdog. You're going to need to be a puppet. Dude, Dak is getting towards the end. You got is Rico Dowdle. Didn't they just lose 2 offensive linemen? CD is a great receiver, but you don't got a quarterback to throw to him. I don't think Dallas is most attractive.
Chicago.
No.
It's not Chicago. I mean, you got Caleb
Well,
Williams.
what are it? Jacksonville, Chicago, Dallas,
Raiders.
Raiders. What
Yes,
else?
But you don't have a quarterback.
You can pick your quarterback. though.
Yeah, but then if you pick the wrong one, you're done.
Mhm.
That's how quick it
Tennessee
happens.
open?
No,
No.
that's it. That's
Patriots
They
brought
have
in Vrabel.
Yeah.
Philly.
Jets.
Jets. Yeah,
Jets.
Jets.
No, you don't want to.
Jets is not number.
because that's a dumpster
Rogers.
fire.
Rogers says he's
There
not
are
coming back
32
until he knows
teams
the
in the
coach.
NFL. The Jets are 33 when it comes to who wants to that I want to coach there.
Yeah, but
I don't know, man.
I will say Dallas because you're the most playoff potential.
Really?
I think
it's like
so.
playing for
Over
over the open teams.
yeah,
Okay.
over the
It's
teams.
like the Yankees. It's Dallas.
But Vegas is very
The
appealing.
Yankees win.
But if you miss
Dallas doesn't though.
if you miss on that QB though, you're gone. That's the thing.
Some people just have a thing for the star. We just say it.
Yeah.
It's the most money. It's the most
Dallas,
lucrative.
man.
Yeah.
If you're a coordinator that this is your first shot, sure. I'm
Yeah,
going
like
to Dallas.
Kellen Moore, and you
I'm
played
going to
for them,
Dallas. But he's been there. He's seen that shit show.
and he's played for him, so he should be known. He should know how to handle it. You would think.
I think if Jerry
Does it bother you that he's going on?
No, that's what they were saying earlier in the show. It doesn't bother me the way it does other people. I mean, yeah, does it maybe distract him a little bit in the moment? Yeah, but not like the bigger picture. I think he's still focused on what's at
get him
hand.
out now. I'm happy it's now. It's
Yeah.
early. If it's going into Super Bowl week,
No.
then I'm like, nah, dude, you need to shut it down.
Yeah.
You need to shut it down
Yep.
because I want you 100% focused on this week.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's starting to bother me.
Really?
Now?
Yeah, now. Just wait to the end of the playoffs, bro.
Well, then you might lose out. You might lose out on that
Not
opportunity.
Not if you're my guy.
Maybe somebody persuades them enough, and
Especially
that's what you're thinking.
And a lot of other coordinators are not making any moves.
No.
The hot names.
I mean, yeah, Ben Johnson's really the only other name being thrown around.
Yeah.
And he seems to be happy
Aaron Glenn's
with
the other
Detroit.
one,
Yeah, Aaron
he's
Glenn.
he's taking the interviews. I get why he's taking the interviews.
Yeah, Ben Johnson seems to be happy with Detroit. He don't want to leave. He came back this year.
He can get any job he wants.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why he doesn't need to worry about
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Aaron Glenn is a little bit different. He might not get it.
Yeah.
Nolan Smith, 2 sacks.
Are you putting money on that?
Huh?
Are you going to put money on that this week?
He might add the best performance by a DN in NFL history.
Whoa.
Oh, wait.
That game?
We're talking about best
Last
performances
week?
here.
Yeah, best of all time.
That's a crazy
A
thing.
good name all time, Nolan Smith.
We're talking about best performances here. Did you tell Nate about your big weekend?
Oh, I hit a $100 parlay.
No, you don't need to. It doesn't matter about the money. It's the number of legs.
Oh, it was like 11 or 12.
11?
Kid hit an 11-leg parlay.
What'd you put? 20 cents on it?
$4.
Jesus.
So I just did
11
like,
legs?
yeah.
That's insane.
But they were like,
Oh, they were high odds.
yeah.
Okay. So what? You hit it. A win's a win.
That's what I'm saying.
It was like 3
We're at a
touchdowns.
50th birthday party. My
So-
phone keeps going off. You seeing this? You seeing this? You seeing this?
That's crazy.
Game's on, but I don't know what your parlay
Is that
legs are,
the
dude.
Joe Mixon, that last second Joe Mixon touchdown is what won me.
Nice.
I didn't win
So
my
you-
parlay,
you were-
Nate.
you were locked in.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I was staring at it.
Have you spent the
The hell
$100
with the
yet?
party.
Went right to his
No, he was
account.
home. I was at the party.
Are you rolling it on another parlay this week?
Probably.
Somebody put
I might just do like,
Really? 15 grand? Did you see Sunday the first touchdown parlay? If you put in
Dotson?
$1 on Dotson, De'Ami Brown, and the other guy,
Oh, yeah, that's
it was a $2 million payout for $1.
Nobody's doing that.
That's
Does anybody
insane.
have that bet?
No. But if somebody did,
Yeah,
that's
I know.
life changing on $1 bet. I think it was.
how
Or
much was it?
it was like a $2 million payout for the first touchdowns on Sunday.
For
No,
$1?
Yeah, nobody bet it, but I'm saying if you're just like shits and giggles, you changed your life in one. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Did your buddy
I gotta go
Liam's
back
bet
and-
come out?
You guys even talking about the game yet?
We touched on the game in the
So you're
beginning.
saying bet
No, not the
all my
game.
winnings on
No,
John
no,
Dotson?
Maybe,
forget it.
yeah.
I'm getting through. I'm getting it. We're getting in. We had to do the OG versus AI. And
We had an hour
and
already.
then we got off. We got
Oh,
off track
damn.
again. We got off track, and I'm getting. Into
We still
the-
got to go home and shovel.
The
too.
fourth quarter. There we go. Here we go. Now we're going to talk about the upcoming game. Birds Rams. Just right off. You scared?
No.
You feel
No.
good? You confident?
Yes.
I'm confident, not scared. I think the weather's going
Rams
to be
are
a
a
big
dome team.
impact. Yeah, I think the
Not
weather's going to be a huge impact on the game. 4 to 5 inches. That's not
I
good.
mean, I heard that's nice. 4 to 5 inches works.
All right, kid show. I mean, that's
huge.
That's
Enough to
def-
get it done.
it's definitely gonna it's gonna impact the game, and I think it works in the Eagles' favor. Is what I'm saying. The team that plays a majority of their games outdoors
on turf.
on
We got
Grass.
granddaughters watching.
Oh no, I'm
think-
saying
it's
The
definitely
Rams.
yeah.
We got granddaughters watching.
I
We gotta-
think
we gotta cool it.
snow or
Granddaughter.
no
We
snow.
got the granddaughters.
Snow or no snow, I think the Eagles win. And I think they win fairly comfortable.
Whoa.
any worries about we played this team once. It's hard to beat a team
We're
twice.
not going to do the
No,
same thing they
no,
did the first time.
no.
Because I mean, the
No.
first
Yeah, you
game,
can't replicate it.
the first game,
250
the first
yards.
half of the first game was close. The second half, they just blew them out. I don't think you're doing that again this week. Rams keep
Yeah,
it
you're beating them
competitive.
by
You
even
think
more.
it's staying close?
I think it's competitive for sure. I don't know if we're sweating it out in the end, but I think it's competitive.
There's nothing like the fourth quarter of a blowout in a playoff game.
If it comes
in the
down-
stadium.
Oh
We're
yeah,
all partying. We're all hugging.
yeah. Last
If
week,
it comes down to a 52-yard field goal by Jake, do you feel
sweating
confident
bullets. Are we tied or we need the field goal to win?
to win?
Oh God, I have my finger on the remote to change the channel. That's how I feel. Because
I'm with you guys. I feel good about this game. The one team that was left in the playoffs that would have scared me if they came here was Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
They
everyone
just
was
have our
saying that.
number.
They're our
I didn't
kryptonite.
want to. I
Yeah.
didn't want to see
Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
Even
They're
with
kryptonite.
having to come here and
Yeah.
the weather, you think it still would have been.
Tampa Bay, they've done it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And as much as they break Baker's balls, he just comes here and he wins.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and the offense seems to
And Todd
click.
Bowles always schemes up
The,
something.
the
to
defense shuts down
confuse
Hurts,
Jalen.
and the Bucks offense turns into like the greatest show on turf. They are unstoppable. I will say though, to credit the old man, I think he made a great point earlier this week where he said, "I wasn't on the show. It was all fair. We were talking about the game.
So if it's not,
It's
So
not.
it
no,
never
I
actually
could
said
take
that.
never
credit.
happened. Yeah, it's
I
all you.
could
You
take
said
credit.
this. DJ said this.
Yeah, so
He's saying it right now.
but I was giving it to the old man. I think the toughest thing for the Rams is there's a lot of emotion with LA right now.
Yep.
With what's going on. And they got revved up for that game Monday night.
Yeah.
A lot of emotions. It's going to be tough to fly across country
Yeah.
and rev
They're
it back
working
up
on
again.
one less
Yeah.
day of preparation and rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe Geek
They
said that.
they played a home
He's not smart
game.
enough to think of that.
They played a home game that they had to travel to, which
yeah, exactly.
which wasn't
Yeah, I'm
that
with you.
close.
Mhm.
And then they had to go back home. Now they got to come all the way back across the country.
And still, I mean, and like
and
we,
it's you
like
know,
we said with what's going on out
yeah,
there,
they're
It's,
emotionally
it's
spent.
still going on. It's,
But I will say this: the Rams are playing better than
it's
they
the best.
were the
It's
first
the best they
time.
played all season.
Yes, the first time
The
we
offense
played them.
is
They were the hottest team going in that play.
absolutely. They
Yeah.
won like 6 in a row
But-
to get in.
All that said, I still think we
I'm with you.
handle them comfortably.
That's a lot. It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
Like you're dealing with all the shit at home.
Yeah.
You got to travel for your home playoff game,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to travel back.
And
Now
you're
you got to go to the other side of the country.
Yep.
It's a lot.
and you're getting all revved up for that one game to
Yeah.
play for your what's going on. And
And it's not a,
short week.
it's not
Short-
an East
yeah.
Coast team
Right.
going to the West Coast where you gain time.
Yep.
They're coming back here where you lose time.
Yeah.
So all these things are working.
coming into the cold. You're
you
coming
got-
into the grass versus
it's going
the
to
turf.
be 20-something degrees at some point during the game. There's going to be a wind chill factor that's going to be less than 20 or close to it, and you got snow.
Yeah.
And if I'm sure everybody's posting Stafford's numbers in the
I don't
snow,
want to hear that crap.
and they're all
So
garbage.
we've done that all before.
All that said,
Yeah.
I'm more worried about Stafford than I was about Love.
Yeah, because
He's
won
just a
Super
veteran.
Bowl.
He's just
he's
yeah,
won
he's
a
done
Super
it.
Bowl.
Like,
Yeah, but his numbers in bad weather.
I hear you.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
the Eagles are
garbage.
We heard all about bad weather. And
He's 1-8.
doesn't
we heard
matter.
about Tampa couldn't win when it was below.
Drew
40.
Brees,
But
Drew Brees couldn't
Tampa
win
does.
outdoors.
The
like-
Rams don't have Tampa's defense either.
So we're all saying easy win. That's what I'm hearing.
No,
Easy win.
I say competitive.
I was
I
worried.
think it might be a competitive game for a half, but late third quarter, I think the Eagles take control of the game and just kind of cruise into the fourth quarter and are fine.
I was worried with the Nakobe injury, but I think the Rams
Trot Jr.
tight
should've
end
stepped up.
got jacked up too.
Higbee.
I was worried about the middle of the field.
Okay, but
They
Higbee's
started
is
to-
kinda-
Higbee's a mid.
Yeah,
tight
Higbee's
end.
but he
not
got
even
hurt.
good.
He's done.
Oh, he's not
right?
even playing.
He left the game. He had some type of chest injury.
He's been
He
banged
wasn't
up
good
all
anyway.
year though, and yeah, he wasn't really scaring me. I'm more worried about Puka and Cooper Cup.
You got no belief in the exciting whites in Quinyanamo Bay?
Well,
I
white
mean,
receivers are Coop's
Yeah,
weakness.
it
Coop
seems to be
Cup is-
DeJean.
Cup stakes.
Whoa,
Cup's done.
whoa,
Cup's done.
Dude, he's been banged up this year, but he's still a dangerous receiver.
How many?
Puka's
what
better.
He had
Nakua's
3
better.
targets last week or something like that.
Well, I mean, the defense dominated against them.
I don't think Cooper Cup is. I think he's done.
I think he's still dangerous.
I
but
wouldn't say he's done.
I think
He's got something left.
Nakua could be
He's
a
not
problem.
The coup is a problem.
He could be a problem.
Yeah.
Cooper Cup's done. I'll say it. I'll
I mean, I don't
I'll
think-
deny it later.
Like
but
the
I'll say it
offensive
right now.
line, the offensive line for the Rams, they struggled against us the first time around.
How about the
I don't know
defensive
if
line?
it's-
Their defensive line and our
It's,
defensive
it's
line.
scary.
Who's better?
Theirs right now.
You
It's
think
theirs.
theirs is better than ours?
Dude,
Their
they
defensive line.
single handedly won that game last week.
They did, but
They destroyed who the hell did they play?
Vikings.
The Vikings, yeah. They destroyed the Vikings O line.
the Vikings were going downhill.
Yeah, the Vikings
the
were
whole
shot.
end
The
of the season.
Vikings were
But-
done after
Okay,
Detroit.
but you got to play with a little bit of pride or something.
No, they had
O-line-
nothing left
that
after the
O-line
Detroit
was
game.
just-
How many
just-
They had
millions?
nothing left.
How many millions of dollars did Sam Darnold lose?
Tens.
He'll still get
Tens of millions.
10, 15 million, 20 million.
I was thinking that the Vikings would have had to re-sign him. Now,
No.
Nope.
Well, it was like the same thing with the Case Keenum thing. You know, they went
nah,
to
but Case
champ-
Keenum didn't really play the whole season,
Yes, he did, right?
did he? No, I thought he stepped in.
Wasn't Sam Bradford the guy that
Yeah, didn't he get hurt?
they got hurt? Did he get hurt? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think it was
Same
all season.
thing.
Yeah, he had over $100
JJ,
million
Mc- J-
contract.
JJ McCarthy gets hurt.
You keep spinning. You got issues there. All right, so predictions then. Do we want to go like so? Who has a better game, Stafford or Hurts?
Oh man, numbers.
Stafford, numbers
Numbers wise,
Numbers-wise,
it's
it's
Stafford.
Stafford.
It's Stafford.
Passing or total?
Because they're gonna.
Total, just
I think it's
This one is
Stafford.
Stafford.
all right. That's one.
Yeah.
That's one for the Rams.
Eh,
I'll give them that.
eh.
Stafford throws.
Well,
They
you
don't.
just
They
need
don't.
to
I
run
don't
the
know.
ball. You just
They
need
don't.
to
I don't
run the-
know.
they
All
don't
right,
run
better
the ball.
better running day.
Eagles.
Eagles.
All right.
Yeah.
You can't go receivers because you just said
Yeah.
the quarterbacks are better. All right.
Defense.
Defense.
I think it's a toss-up.
No, Eagles.
I will say this: I think the Eagles are better at taking the ball away, turning the ball over. I will give it to the Eagles. Slight edge to the Eagles.
I think the Eagles are better at making adjustments and shutting teams down once they make those adjustments.
I mean, the Rams' defense is really, really good right now.
And what are the Eagles?
I know they're the best in the league
Yeah.
numbers wise.
I go Birds.
Yeah, I say it's the
Yeah,
Eagles.
it's the Eagles.
I think it's a slight edge to the Eagles, only because the Rams are hot.
fell off. They just had their best game.
Right.
Year.
Right.
Yeah,
Coaching.
Well, ESP
you
said
hate
Sirianni
McVay, so
was
I'm
elite.
going to say Siri. I'm going to say Eagles.
I don't like McVay, but
We
I'm
already
still
beat the
not a-
Rams at the Rams.
We did.
No, but
We
you
did.
know,
We always beat the Rams. at the Rams.
ESP said Sirianni
That
was
we
elite.
do.
today.
When's the last time we
So-
lost to the Rams? Somebody looked that up.
that's a good question.
1912.
They weren't
Playoff
even-
game. Buddy Ryan.
No, in
Not the
recent-
St. Louis Rams.
In recent,
The LA
memory,
No, they were the LA Rams, I think, still then.
I don't think we've lost to the Rams in LA since they've been down to LA. I don't think we have.
Right, search.
Oh, NFC Championship game.
Yeah,
Dude.
Kurt Warner, St. Louis.
Yeah, at
They were the
Louis.
St. Louis Rams.
Not
Yeah.
even in the same time zone.
right?
Well, you said Rams, right? Not the LA Rams.
Well, they
I'm
lost
talking
them.
about this version. of
They
it.
lost them on my
This
birthday
is not the FC
in
universe.
1937.
1937. dude.
Equals 12.
He was at the game actually.
No, I couldn't afford the ticket out to LA.
All right, well, let's do the other games first, and then we'll get our final prediction on the Birds. KC Houston.
Chiefs.
Houston.
Chiefs, Houston.
Chiefs. Nope.
I'm not even gonna look at that because that is what it is.
Inaccurate.
Chiefs,
Well,
It's not
Houston.
biased at all either. Look at the Super
Winning
Bowl,
the game.
all Eagles.
yeah, I mean that.
All right,
means
well
a
now
lot.
I'm gonna ask because you said it.
Wait, you think the Texans cover?
Chiefs winning the game, but Texans cover. You
Really?
said it's 9.5 or no,
Wow.
8.5.
Chiefs don't cover.
Really?
They don't.
They
Here's the
they
thing.
really haven't this
If
year.
the Texans can run the ball and keep the Chiefs offense off the field,
Might not even play the game.
Mixon isn't
Really?
good enough where you could just feed him all game.
Is he hurt?
he did it last week.
Mixon's
No, that was just 4
How bad
interceptions.
though?
No, Mixon
practiced
ran the
Wednesday,
ball
he
for
practiced
like
Thursday.
20 times
Oh,
and
wow.
100 some yards last week.
Yeah, but half of those
Yeah,
were
they got it.
garbage
They don't
time
really have any other options.
when they were up by 20.
Derek Barnett sack.
Dude, Derek Barnett.
He's been balling this year. He's like 2
He's
touchdowns.
got
Devin-
2 touchdowns.
Devin White
Wow.
interception.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Buffalo, Baltimore.
Then what?
The heavyweight
Uh,
match. Buffalo,
if that
This
Baltimore.
is a
happens,
Saturday
then what?
night game. That's a good Saturday night game. I will. It's Saturday night. Sunday night. There is no.
No,
Is it Sunday night? Saturday. Who's Saturday night?
I thought Saturday was the Chiefs. No, Saturday afternoon's the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So then Saturday
Yeah.
nights
De-
is at the Detroit, Washington.
yes.
Saturday night's Detroit, Washington.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
damn, Detroit. I think
Detroit.
I think Detroit. You're gonna say Washington?
No, I'm
Oh.
going Detroit.
I hope
The
Washington
question was
wins.
I was
Baltimore,
gonna say,
Buffalo.
do we want Washington to win?
I do.
I'd
You
be
got
all
a
right
home
with
game.
Washington winning.
Dude,
I'd
we
be all
beat-
right with it, but I'm not.
We're smoking Washington.
If it's Washington wins, the Eagles for damn sure better win Sunday because I don't want to have to watch Washington.
Well, that like
If Washington wins, I'm out another $600. Because
Think
we got
about
the
this.
NFC Championship at home.
If Washington, oh yeah, that's right. If Washington wins and say the Eagles lost, the Washington would get a home championship game, right? Or would it be
What?
L.A.?
Washington.
No, it
No,
would
it'd
be
be
LA.
LA.
Oh, if
Yeah,
LA
yeah,
wins.
yeah.
Okay.
It would be LA.
Mike Reese said that today. He said if Washington wins Saturday night, there is no way the Eagles will lose because then we have the home field advantage for the championship game.
That's such a.
Yeah,
I hate,
that
I
makes
hate
no
all this
sense.
cocky
That's
talk.
so-
I hate the cocky talk. I hate it. It's blown up in our faces numerous times.
All right, so everybody's saying Detroit. Then.
Yeah,
All right.
I think we're gonna go with
But
Detroit.
nobody answered the Buffalo Baltimore.
Yeah,
That's
because
where I started with, and y'all
Buffalo.
keep it
Buffalo,
avoiding it.
yeah.
Buffalo.
you guys are maybe convincing me about Baltimore.
I'm on Baltimore.
I mean, their
I'm on Baltimore.
offense looks unreal right
They
now.
already beat them this year.
They smoked
Yeah,
them
but
this
that's
year.
week 4 or week 3.
They smoked
And
Buffalo.
Baltimore's
Yeah.
better.
The slight
was
worry
that
I
game
have
at?
with Baltimore is the receiving.
It was in September.
But they don't need to. Like Derek could run for
That's what I'm
140 and
saying.
Lamar can run for 100.
Yeah, Lamar can
And
go
that
off
wins
again.
the game.
I
Lamar doesn't do that anymore, though.
I
In
think
the
it's
playoffs,
going
shit,
to be
man.
a great game.
It's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
Lamar's a playoff.
But I said,
choker.
like, if their passing game's not working, it doesn't matter.
Buffalo,
Because Derek can go for 140 and then Lamar will go
Buffalo
for 100.
you could say,
And
is
between the two of
also
them would be 4
they're
touchdowns.
kind of like the Penn State of the NFL. They
Who's that?
don't win the big game, Buffalo.
Buffalo? I'm with
If
you.
Baltimore does.
I mean, I don't know.
It's
Not with Lamar, they haven't
Yeah,
yet.
I
Lamar
think I said
chokes
the
in
stat.
playoffs.
when Trent Dilfer won, he was 28.
Oh, I
When
saw
Joe
this.
Flacco
I saw
won,
this,
He
yeah.
was 28.
Yeah.
Lamar is 28 this year.
Also, both the 2 Super Bowls for the Ravens, both 12 years apart. This is now
Is it
12
12?
years apart.
I'm fine
Or
with
something
that.
like that.
If we make it, they're not going to win, but I'm fine with Baltimore getting there.
You didn't convince me enough. I'm gonna go Buffalo.
Going Buffalo? All right.
Yeah,
Buffalo.
All right. Just me and Nate then on Baltimore.
that's fine.
I'll take that.
Oh, that's right. You are Buffalo.
All right.
And Brody.
Brody Buffalo.
Buffalo Brody.
I'll just say it again because it's on my list that there was never a chance in hell the Sixers stadium was going to be in Chinatown. All right. Get that clear again
A good topic.
because I've
You wanna-
said that all along.
you
No,
wanna
no,
go on
I
that?
won't hurt
How
my
good do you sleep at night? No,
No, it didn't mess my sleep up at all. I just, you guys were worried about it.
I mean, Smitty probably.
I-
tossed
I
and
just told you it
turned.
wasn't
I
happening.
don't live anywhere near Chinatown.
I just told
wasn't
you.
worried about it even a little bit.
And it'll be better for everybody because the whole sports complex will be,
It's getting revamped.
yeah, it'll be great.
New
It'll be
s-
great.
new
My question
stadium.
is, what are they going to do with the Wachovia Center?
They're gonna
Or
knock it
Wells
down.
Fargo Center?
This is the dumbest thing because they just renovated it for what
Yes.
$2 billion.
Yeah.
Could have just spent the money on a damn stadium that you're doing now anyway.
Well, guess what? Now we'll pay for the new stadium.
It's stupid because we
as
paid
taxpayers.
we paid
will
for the
pay
renovations too with the
Yeah.
the ticket prices. It's oh god, I hate people.
Tell the casinos to stop paying the schools because the schools suck anyway. Paying into the new stadiums.
It's so stupid. I don't understand that at all. But whatever. Hey, we get a new stadium out of it.
Right.
Get hotels
The
and
steps get
bars.
fixed still. The steps still get.
I don't
fixed?
know how they
They're
get.
$6 billion or whatever they were.
They got
promised.
300 some million in this to revamp all their stations too. And
That
new-
was when it was going to be in
And
the city.
the mayor said
and they were
Chinatown's
getting
still
new.
going to get
They
their
were
20
getting
mil.
new tracks and new carts, whatever.
And Chinatown's getting their 20 mil from the city.
So where's all the money go? Oh, probably in the politicians' pockets.
Yep.
Big
A new
shocker.
stadium will be built down in the sports complex.
Shocking.
Chinatown's fucked. Septus fucked.
Yeah. Thanks for your tax dollars.
They're not going to see a penny of it.
Yeah.
They might get a new turnstile. All right. Tailgate must-haves. And then we'll get into our final predictions and wrap it up.
Must
A
have
TV.
What do you need at a tailgate?
A TV.
That's a good one.
People.
That's a good one.
people.
Come on.
Good answer.
That's too
You
easy.
need people.
It's like Family Feud. Good aid. That's 3. You got 3 points on that one.
It's on the survey.
It's on the
It's on
survey.
the
It
board.
wasn't an
It's
X.
on the board.
It wasn't an X, but it was a 3 point.
I'm gonna say alcohol. Is that too generic?
These are all TV.
Are you looking for more like food type
like,
answers?
well,
Music.
yeah.
Uncle Pat.
We didn't have music.
Uncle Pat.
Yeah, we did.
You know,
Did we have music this
Yeah,
week?
the 2 speakers are hanging on the bus.
Yeah, there was music.
Yeah,
It was
I
like
thought
a,
it was the
it was like a
TV.
90s
No.
power hour of music, by the
Nah,
way.
It was old guys.
I heard Chumbawamba like 3 times.
Play it again.
You need
What kind of food do you need?
a good
Uh,
sandwich, like your sausage and pepper and
Whoa.
onion.
Whoa, hey. Oh, now we're live. here.
oh my god.
The sandwiches you made. How about that?
If it's
Last week, they were good.
If it's Philly, I think a hoagie tray or a pretzel tray always will go good for a tailgate.
Yes.
That's a big seller.
And whatever Joe and Amy brought last, what was it called? The Delaware tray.
Oh,
Yeah,
those were
That
delicious.
was fantastic.
Kind of like a stromboli, but not.
Yeah,
it was
Like
pepperoni
bread.
cheese, spinach,
Yeah, they were.
and what
good.
was the other? What was the third one? Oh, cheesesteak.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I had the spinach and the pepperoni. They were fantastic.
The buffalo chicken dip too. I had too much of that. That was really good too.
The pasta fajoule.
I
A
didn't
little
get
That
soup,
was
a
good.
little soup,
That
you
was
know,
yes,
right?
yes.
if it's cold,
agreed.
if you're tailgating in September,
Yes.
you're not
That was
really
good.
looking.
No, that
you're
was
not
good.
looking for soup
No, at
No,
a
you're
cold
not.
at a cold tailgate, you need a good pot of soup.
or
I
chili.
agree.
Chili.
I was thinking chili.
Or
for
chili.
it. I was thinking
Yep.
chili, but I gotta see
Heater.
You don't need a heater. You don't need a heater.
Yeah, you do.
It-
Yeah, you do.
That's
Playoff-
what the alcohol's for, and the soup.
Nah, the heater.
We're
The
going
heater's
the
a nice
bus.
touch.
You don't have the bus. You need the heater.
Yeah, the heater's a nice touch.
I don't think you need a heater. It's not that
Nobody
big
played a
of
single game.
not that big of a game
Right?
changer. No drinking
Nobody.
game.
There was a
Yeah, there
A
was no
bago-
football tossing.
there was a
around
bago
either.
set up.
But that wasn't theirs. Was
Wait,
it?
that wasn't there.
I think it was the one next to them.
I think you could have jumped on there if you wanted.
I'm sure. Yeah, they probably wouldn't have cared.
Probably. You need a Drexel
Jello
student.
shots?
No. You need a Drexel student coming along to do pictures for
Yeah,
the
that was a little
project.
Weird.
That was weird.
For the project
was
that
very
she's doing.
random.
Yeah.
That was very.
Bus
that
filled
was
up
very-
quick though.
Yes, it
Yeah,
sure
it
did.
Are Jello shots a good thing in a tailgate?
I think Jello shots are overrated. I'll be on that island. Not a Jello shot guy.
They need to have whipped cream vodka.
They were green, so that was fine. Get it.
Yeah.
But
I'm not gonna hate Jello
what's the,
shots.
sh-
if they're
what's the
green.
shot that you
It's
want to
a
do
sh-
at a tailgate? I don't want to do a fireball, but that's easy.
Johnny Walker Ray.
Johnny Walker is
That
fine.
was fine.
That was fine.
Jameson,
Or you just want to walk around with a bottle of Jack? Like
Jameson,
sus?
Jack Daniels. It's definitely some sort of whiskey because you got
Whiskey, bourbon.
You got to warm up.
Yeah,
the
vodka
body.
doesn't.
No, I don't. The vodka don't do it.
You
for me.
need the brown liquors. You
Yeah,
need the brown liquors.
not
for-
vodka, not tequila.
No,
Some sort of
no.
whiskey.
You can do tequila early in the season, maybe.
Yeah, when it's summer.
Warm. Yeah.
See, this is why you left the two open tailgate.
Yeah, I did.
You got what time of year?
I did.
Like if it's Christmas time, gotta have some sort of cookies or brownies.
Some kind of dessert.
Yeah,
I got a
dessert.
Stocks pound cake. Should I slice that up and take
You
this?
still have stocks, man.
I got another one.
Yeah,
It just never stops. Constant Stocks pound cake. All right.
Joe White can strangle himself with that catheter he's
God.
talking about.
A catheter. All right. I mean, look,
Oh, that's
a
that actually,
catheter's
that
not
actually-
that bad.
that actually reminds me. A nearby porta potty or some sort of bathroom.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Strategic parking near a porta potty
Yes.
or having a bathroom accessible nearby.
Yep.
all right.
Yeah, I think the closest porta potty was on the other side of the lot.
I didn't use it. I went on
No,
the bus.
I didn't
bus.
either.
Just go on the bus.
I didn't-
It's there
I-
for the bus.
I did not go till I got into the stadium.
Proud of you. I went twice on the bus.
Really? I went once, and it was when we were leaving.
After
I
being
held it the
told
whole time.
to use the
Yeah,
porta
they
potty
said
early on.
use the porta potty. That's why I was being respectful. I didn't go at all until we were going into the stadium.
Yeah. Because you didn't have to empty it.
There's a bathroom on the bus. Use the bathroom on the bus.
They have to empty the thing though.
They do.
Whatever it's called.
The
That's
bladder.
on them.
That's
Yeah.
on them.
All right.
That's the guy that said not to use it is the one that's got to empty it.
Right.
I'm just trying to be nice. So,
Love you, sus, but
I'm just trying to
I'm
be
taking
nice.
a piss. All right, final
Wasn't it
predictions.
Joe that went on the other side of the bus to take a
Yeah,
piss?
Joe pissed on the tire. I'm like, just why? What's the point?
Because I think the bathroom was being serviced at the time.
There's probably a line.
They were going to go to the.
Did they leave early like they always do?
Their car wasn't there.
Wow.
They're going to get the bus for next year.
Oh yeah, he did say
Well,
that
they
again.
they
that
can't
one.
leave early
I
then.
think Jody sent another bus as we were saying.
That's true. They would not be able to leave early.
They can leave whatever they want as long as they leave the shit off the bus. That's on my mind.
Yeah,
We're
but,
just leaving on
but
the
if
bus.
that's how you're getting down to the game.
No, they're coming up from Delaware. We'd meet them down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. All right. Predictions and wrap it up.
What
You got, Brody?
Go ahead.
34-20 Eagles.
34-20. Ooh. Where you going?
I'll go. 30-17 Birds.
Jeez.
37.
30
or 30?
30-17 Birds.
30 teen. Damn, you guys are giving high scores
Yeah,
for this
right.
weather. I'm thinking like 20.
What happened to the last snow game?
It was
Shady ran wild.
Yeah, but it was only I think they barely got 30. The first half was like 7-3.
Jake's good for 3 field goals
I'm gonna say
in the snow.
I'm gonna say 20,
Sure he is.
27-21 Eagles. Spread 6.5. Vegas knows.
Nah.
Vegas
What do you
knows.
got, Nate?
23-17.
23-17. Who?
First.
All right. Just making sure. Sometimes you throw us that curveball.
No. Not in this one. I'm
What do you got?
Oh, you're not gonna ask the audience?
The audience. Mocha, what do you think?
Yeah, let Heather finish that last chip first.
She don't care.
Eagles Rams. What do you got, Heath?
Go Birds.
Score.
14-9.
Wow.
That's
That's a snow
smart.
game.
That's a
a
snow
snow
game.
The
game.
snow game is
yeah,
true.
that's smart.
That's a snow game. See, now I feel like I was gonna go like 21-13.
Did you say Eagles win? Or did you
I think
just give a
it's-
score?
I think it's implied.
No. Well, it wasn't implied with Nate.
She said,
I think
Okay.
I'm 21-13 is where I'm going.
Yeah,
Rams.
you guys were too high with the 30s.
Maybe 17-10.
Watch
I already wrote it down.
Now you got
Already wrote it
14-9.
Listen, I was just trying to think of things that would make sense. Like,
No, you
That
were
makes
good.
sense.
You were
No,
good.
that doesn't make sense.
I would take that because I got the Rams kicker in my fantasy league. So
Fantasy.
playoff fantasy.
Jalen throws for
You
4
do
touchdowns this
playoff
week.
fantasy.
Absolutely. If you're
Really?
degenerate, you do
I
playoff
don't
fantasy.
I've never done that. I know people that do that, but I don't do
yes.
that.
Yes.
Did you give a score?
I did. I just said 21-13.
Oh.
Birds. All right.
Sure.
We good?
Yeah.
So until next week, we'll be talking about Birds versus Detroit. Maybe Smitty will be here.
One of these
So
days,
yell at
Mocha's
us.
gonna freak out. Stop. Mocha's gonna think somebody's knocking.
Till then, thanks for hanging out with us. And
Be
be
excellent
excellent to each other.